What up, Raffleators? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Raffle Nation. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, click like, and share this video with friends and family around the world. Now, I'm making a brief video to bring you up to date on a situation that is ongoing in Guyana in the wake of the pandemic, the global pandemic and its effects in Guyana. Now, I said before that Guyana earned $55 million from the sale of oil in February 2020, but that money was placed in a sovereign wealth fund in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And the situation in Guyana is that we don't have a functioning government. In other words, it's not functioning to the full extent because we're still tied up in an political stalemate. The election cycle for 2020 was not completed, the votes were not completed, counting of votes was not completed, and therefore we don't have a final result, and therefore we don't have a new government. In the meantime, people are suffering, especially homeless people in Guyana. And so today I was on my run, my regular morning run up the coast, and on my way back, coming through the park, that little park between Church Street and North Road. There's a embankment. I think I've shown that in previous videos. It turns out that all the homeless people who were encamped on Regent Street have been moved to that green, the border green. It turns out what happened is that the government decided, that is the current government, decided to move all the people off of Regent Street in the wake of the coronavirus epidemic. And so what they did is they sent the garbage trucks through Regent Street and cleared out all the belongings of homeless people who were encamped on Regent Street. And people complained to me that they lost their belongings, whatever little they had, they lost their identification, they lost, whatever little they had was all destroyed and thrown away by the garbage people. And so these people are now encamped on the border green, cooking out there, living out there in the open, just living rough in the time of coronavirus. And I think this is really unacceptable, and we need to do something about this. So I'm appealing to supporters of Raffle Nation, if you would like to support homeless people in Guyana who are dealing with coronavirus while living out in the open, living rough, without means to clean themselves for sanitation, to have a shower, to wash, and without a regular meal, we want to address that. So what I'm asking for is donations for these homeless people. Right now, there are about 5 to 6 homeless people who I've spoken to in the morning who explained the situation to me and who I promised to help. And so a $10 donation will allow me to provide at least a hamper of food for them. What we'll do is we'll set up an account at the local supermarket, that is the local supermarket on Regent Street, and have them prepare hampers so that homeless people can go and pick up these hampers. They're going to cost like $50 each, so 10 of those hampers would probably work out to be $500. If 50 people give $10, we will have enough to buy a week's worth of food for 10 homeless families. Right, so that's what I want to do. It's a little initiative to get some help out to people who are living rough in the time of Corona when we're experiencing this pandemic. It might not take them off the streets, but at least it will give them food. Hopefully, if we get enough donations, we could also get them a place, to rent them a place so that they can be off the streets for at least a month or two. But what we want to do is to provide them with hampers through the supermarkets, and so that they should simply go and pick up a hamper, which costs about $50, about 10,000 Guyana dollars, and they can live off of that for a week. And if you have more, we'll probably have them come on a weekly basis, because they don't have refrigerators or places to store food long term, but they have them come on a weekly basis and on a specific day of the week and pick up a hamper which we will pay for from the supermarket. So let me know if you'd like to help in this way, and if you would like to help, I will leave the link to my PayPal account because PayPal is the quickest way to get money to me for this specific purpose. Put a note in there saying this $10 is for homeless people in Georgetown, Guyana, and I'm going to make a documentation. I'm going to document this activity so that you see exactly who gets help, how much money we receive, and how far it goes. Right? So that's what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana during the period of coronavirus. If you want to help, share this video with friends and family and get 50 people to donate $10 each so that we can provide food for 10 families for a month. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Like and subscribe. Let people know what's happening in Georgetown, Guyana. Later!